the Inferno. So we are currently live at the Inferno. This is Sarah Fuller. We are streaming on YouTube via the Blue Devil News Network. If you are listening to the radio and want to get a live view of the game, we have it on YouTube. If you go to BDNN, their page, and that's the high school's Blue Devil News Network, and we're currently streaming the game live as Elbert County is now leading Commerce 25-13. We have 3 minutes and 35 seconds to remain in the second quarter, with Briley Dickerson going to the free throw line for 2 free throws. And currently on the court we have Aaliyah Allen, Briley Dickerson, Audrey Lunsford, Kaylin Rucker, and Taya Turman for us. I don't have a roster for Commerce, but I will shout out the names or the numbers of them as they are playing during the game. And Briley Dickerson here shooting her second free throw, missed the first. Second free throw attempt is good, making the score 26-13. Elbert County leading Commerce here in the Inferno as we get a steal. Kaylin Rucker with the ball, almost gets it tapped away, throws it to the corner to Audrey Lunsford, who drives baseline, shoots, no good. Rebound goes to Audrey Lunsford, shoots a three, no good. Rebound Commerce, trying to work their way up the court. As they get a fast break, will we slow it down with Commerce over to number one, shoots a three, no good. Audrey Lunsford with the rebound, long throw to Aaliyah Allen, who shoots a mid-range jumper, and that's good for 2 to increase the lead at 26-13. Elbert County currently leading in this very competitive basketball game as Commerce is passing around the perimeter, throws inside to the block, and good for 2 points. As Elbert County is going to currently make their way to the other end of the floor. Commerce is currently in a man defense half court. It's Taya Turman dribbles, passes over to Aaliyah Allen, looks to see what we have as we set up a play. Kicks to Kaylin Rucker in the corner. Really close defense, trying to, as she puts a little shove, a little too much contact for Kaylin Rucker, and that's going to be a foul call on Kaylin, as Commerce is going to get the ball now, and we have Ella Harris coming in for Briley Dickerson on the floor. Very physical game, as this is a very important conference game or region game for our Lady Devils. As you've heard before, the standings are all very competitive and close together, so every win's important. As Elbert County gets a steal, Aaliyah Allen drives, shoots, no good. Rebound picked up off the floor by Ella Harris, a lot of contact. And we're gonna get a timeout called as Coach Jones gets a 30-second timeout. And we'll stay here as want to give a shout out to our Blue Devil News Network led by Mr. Nat McCarty, and run a little bit of computer work done by Coach Larry Kiesler here as we are airing this game live on YouTube. We want to thank Stan Brown and everybody else at the radio station for letting us kind of stream here via the YouTube, letting you guys hear some of the game. It might be a little louder than normal. You get a little bit more action. We also have the pep band here. You'll hear them playing, giving some spirit along with our cheerleaders. Ball is being taken out under the basket for Elbert County into Aaliyah Allen. Good pass into the lane to Audrey Lunsford, who shoots and gets a foul call. She'll go for 2 points. Really great cut to the basket against a very athletic Commerce team. As Audrey Lunsford gets ready for her free throw shots. First one is good. Score is currently 29-15. Elbert County is leading with 1 minute and 52 seconds left in this half. Tonight is Teacher Appreciation Night, where we recognize a lot of the faculty in the school, as we'll mention that later. Audrey Lunsford gets a rebound, tries to pass it to Ella Harris, doesn't make it, but Taya Turman comes up with the ball, goes up hard, but doesn't get a foul call. And Kaylin Rucker runs the floor to deflect the shot on a fast break from Commerce's number 1. And that's going to be Commerce's ball underneath the basket. Pass out to the top of the key for Commerce, over to the wing, inside to number 12, kicked out to the corner with a 3-point shot. That's good for number 14 from Commerce, making the score 29-18. Taya Turman dribbling the ball up the floor. Crosses half court. Commerce picking up a man defense. Taya Turman looking for an opening, gets it to Audrey Lunsford at the top of the key. Back to Taya Turman on the wing, who shoots a 3. No good. And they're going to say that it hit the cable up above the basket, and it's going to go Commerce's way. As Commerce gets it inbounds, we have a 3-quarter press here for Elbert County. Trying to slow the pass break up, cause some danger as Audrey Lunsford deflects, intercepts a pass, goes for a fast break, and it's good. Increasing the lead, 31-18, Elbert County lead as Commerce is working to get it across the floor, and that's going to be a charge call on number 1, Audrey Lunsford, putting her body on the line to get a charge for Elbert County, and it's going to be Elbert County's basketball. Elbert County looking to set up a play here as Aaliyah Allen gets it into Taya Turman. Dribbles off the floor, up the court. Got a double screen action as Taya goes off the screen. Gets to Ella Harris, looks inside, passes it over to Kaylin Rucker at the wing. Gets it to Audrey in the corner, shoots a 3. 3 is no good, but Ella Harris and Aaliyah comes up with a rebound. A lot of contact, but gets it deflected by Commerce, who's going to push the floor, get it inside to 12. Shoots, no good. Ella Harris comes up with a rebound. A lot of contact, battling for the ball, and that's going to be a jump ball. It goes Elbert County's way. Very physical basketball game. A lot of emotions as Commerce won our last matchup at Commerce, so Elbert County definitely wants to get a win here at home. Ball passed into the lane, kicked out to the corner, and shot is blocked by Audrey Lunsford, and she's going to step out of bounds. And there's 3.5 seconds remaining in this second quarter as Commerce will have the ball on the side. Actually 6 seconds, they adjusted the clock. Elbert County in a man defense as well. Pass into the lane, shot no good. Ella Harris with a rebound, and they're going to be another jump ball. 2.2 seconds left on the clock. Both teams in bonus. As we're getting ready to take the ball underneath the basket here. Taya Turman, 2.2 seconds remaining. Is going to roll the ball. Audrey Lunsford picks it up, drives, and that's going to be the first half of a very competitive ball game where Elbert County is leading 31-18 as we go into halftime. A lot of physical contact, very physical team. Both teams very athletic, running up the floor, and it's going to be a lot of work for our Blue Devils to continue to compete against such a great team. We'll take a break here, take a 5-minute break on the Blue Devil News Network, and we thank the radio station airing this live for us as well. So that'll be 5 minutes, and we'll be back on the Blue Devil News Network. And we're back live at the Inferno. This is Sarah Fuller here for speaking with the Blue Devil News Network that on YouTube. If you'd like to go on YouTube and watch the BDNN, go to the BDNN page. You'll see the basketball game being streamed live. Very competitive game against Commerce, where Elbert County is currently leading in the third quarter, 33-20, with 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. As Audrey Lunsford gets a block, and Zy Belcher comes up with the deflection with the pass, gets it over to Taya into Kaylin, gets it down low to Briley Dickerson, who's putting in work to get the shot up, and it's good. The great post move by Briley Dickerson to extend the lead 35-20. As Commerce is going to work up the floor with our three-quarter press, and we deflect it, but Commerce gets it back, gets it in the corner, into the lane, almost deflected, and that's going to be a shot that's good for number 13 for Commerce. Taya Turman dribbling the ball up the floor. Commerce in a man defense, half-court pickup. It's Taya Turman, dribbles, gets it over to Audrey Lunsford in the wing, shoots a three, no good, but Taya Turman's going to come up with a rebound, tries to put it back up, no good, and the shot's going to be hit out of bounds by Commerce, and that'll be Elbert County's ball underneath the basket. Very competitive athletic game between two great teams as Zy Belcher gets it over to Briley Dickerson and tries to get it inside to Audrey Lunsford, and referees are going to say that it was out on her, and it'll be Commerce's ball going back the other way. Elbert County picking up in a zone defense, a 2-1-2, where trying to slow down the pace and get a trap. Commerce working, driving into the lane, kicks it to the block, out to the corner, dribbles up to the key, top of the key, over to the wing, back to the top of the key. Elbert County doing great defense as Commerce tries to get it inside, almost deflected, and it is Taya Turman on the ground trying to get the ball, and it's going to be a scramble, and that's going to be a jump ball call. There's a lot of contact, very aggressive, as Commerce is going to work the ball, get the ball underneath the basket. Lining up at the free throw line extended. Pass is intercepted by Briley Dickerson, gets to Zy Belcher, who gets it to Taya Turman, dribbles it up the floor, is patiently working the clock. Passes to Audrey, over to the other side to Kaylin Rucker, into Zy Belcher, who's trying to make a post move, and a lot of contact, but no foul call. Officials definitely letting the play go for both teams. Great physicality, but it's going both ways as Taya Turman's going to get the ball in with the pass from the out of bounds. Audrey Lunsford posting up, mismatch, gets it inside, out to Kaylin Rucker, who's going to shoot a three. No good, and it's going to be Commerce with a rebound, but we run the floor to slow up a fast break opportunity. Commerce into the lane, drives, and that's going to be a foul call. It's going to be on the floor. Fans not happy about that foul call. There's a lot of contact happening. And there's going to be, as there's a lot of questioning going on here with Taya, and the referee is saying that Taya has to sit on the bench. Too much questioning for his liking, as Aaliyah Allen's going to come in for Taya. Elbert County in a 2-3 zone as Commerce gets the pass inside in the lane, and there's going to be a foul call on the shot, and Commerce's number 13 is going to go to the free throw line for two. Foul call on Zy Belcher. 13 for Commerce, getting ready for her first free throw attempt, which is good. And Ella Harris is going to come check in for Zy Belcher, who has 3 fouls. Coach Jones just trying to work some of the people off the bench to limit some of his key players with the fouls that are being called tonight as Commerce shoots the second. And it's no good. And Audrey Lunsford comes up with a rebound, starts to drive, push the tempo to the basket, is not going to get much contact, and they're going to say a charge on Audrey as she's driving to the lane. And Commerce is going to have the basketball going the other way. 3 minutes and 48 seconds left in the third quarter as Elbert County leads 35-23. Elbert County picks up half court. Commerce gets the ball into the lane, and that's going to be a charge call on Commerce's number 13, Briley Dickerson, getting a charge. And it's going to go back to Elbert County as they're going to take it out at the end on the baseline. Aaliyah Allen now serving as a point guard. As Taya Turman is taking a break. Looks at what she has, dribbles, passes to Kaylin Rucker on the wing. Back to Aaliyah Allen at the top of the key. Hands off to Kaylin Rucker. Commerce in a man defense. Kaylin drives, passes to Ella Harris, who cuts to the basket. And it's going to be a foul call on the floor. Lots of fouls being called in this second half where they were letting them be more physical earlier. Both teams with 3 team fouls. Audrey Lunsford passes into Briley Dickerson. It's going to get a foul as a push behind, and that's going to be Elbert County's ball again underneath the basket. Audrey Lunsford passes in to Aaliyah Allen on the corner, who's going to shoot a 3. No good. Audrey with a rebound. Looks and sees what she has. A lot of contact, but ball is stolen, and that's going to be a double dribble on Commerce as Elbert County is going to get the ball back to the sideline, and we're going to have a 30-second timeout call for Coach Jones. Want to keep it here for right now, as want to recognize that tonight is Teacher Appreciation Night for Elbert County. As tonight we recognize all the teachers and faculty and all the hard work that they do for our students at Elbert County Comprehensive High School. And they are here to cheer on their students. As you can also hear, the pep band is here to add school spirit, and we appreciate them as well, everything that the band does for our school. Great crowd for a very competitive region game between Commerce and Elbert County. 35-23 as Elbert County is now has the basketball. Audrey Lunsford with the ball at the top of the key. Commerce in a man defense. Audrey drives the lane, but also gets a foul call, loses the ball, but we get the foul call. And that's going to put, I thought we were in bonus, but yeah, we're in bonus. So Commerce, any foul we have in this quarter, that's going to put one of our girls to the free throw line, as Audrey's going to shoot 2 here with 2 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the third quarter. First free throw attempt is good for Audrey. Audrey Lunsford doing a great job helping lead her team offensively and defensively against a very competitive Commerce basketball team. As Ainsley Harris checks in for Elbert County. Second free throw attempt is good for Audrey. And that makes the score 37-23. Elbert County lead, 2 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in the quarter. Ball thrown away and picked up by Ella Harris, who quickly passes it to Audrey Lunsford. Drives, kicks it to Ainsley Harris in the corner. 3-point attempt is no good. And Commerce with the rebound. Pushes the floor. Trying to make something happen. Number 2 with the basketball. Tries to pass it in to 13. And she does. And we're going to double team. But Ella Harris is going to get a foul call as she reached around trying to grab the ball. There was a little bit of a fumble with the basketball, and Ella Harris just trying to get possession of it and reaches around, and she's going to get a foul call as Commerce is going to have the ball underneath the basket. Elbert County in a 2-3 zone. Passes it in to 13, who's going to take one step and shoot. And the shot is good, making the score 37-25. Aaliyah Allen dribbles up the floor, kicks it to Kaylin Rucker, who shoots a 3, and it's good. And that is 40-25. Elbert County leading in this third quarter. Both teams in bonus with 1 minute and 53 seconds remaining. Commerce passes ahead to the lane. Shot by number 12 is good. And that's going to be Elbert County's basketball, and Commerce is going to call a timeout. And we will take a 30-second break. A 30-second break here at the Blue Devil News Network and 105.3. And we're back here live on the Blue Devil News Network in the Inferno and on the radio, 105.3 WSGC, who is pulling from our YouTube channel as Elbert County girls basketball is leading 40-27 against a Commerce basketball team. As Aaliyah Allen drives to the basket, shoots no good, and fight for a rebound is going to be a jump ball. And that'll be Elbert County's basketball with 1 minute, 23 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Both teams in bonus, meaning any foul at this point is going to put someone at the free throw line. And the shot is deflected. And it's going to be Elbert County's basketball. Again, underneath the basket. Audrey Linsford taking the ball out, looks, passes in to Ella Harris, who tries to get it back into Audrey, and it's deflected. And now the ball is going to be on the sideline. He's tried to throw it, but right into the hands of Commerce player, and it just doesn't work that way with a girl with the height that she has. And we get the ball finally into Aaliyah Allen at the wing. Tries to go off a screen, gets it to Taya Turman. Taya Turman dribbling at the top of the key. Passes it in to Audrey Lunsford, who's quickly double-teamed. 6 seconds on the shot clock, and we throw it away. Intercepted by Commerce, who's stolen again by Audrey, but the ball's going to go out of bounds. It was a great effort by Audrey Lunsford to make up for an error with a bad pass, as Bradley Dickerson is going to come back in for Elbert County. Commerce passes it in to 10, over to the corner, back to the wing, other corner with 5, back to the top of the key, over to the wing. Defense great for Elbert County, and 10 shoots a 3, and it's no good, and it's going to go off of the cable and be Elbert County's basketball. 41.7 seconds remaining in the third quarter as Elbert County is leading 40-27 against Commerce. Taya Turman dribbling the ball over half court, gets it to Ansley Harris, looks to the corner, gets it to Aaliyah Allen, back to Ansley on the wing. Almost deflected. Pass to Taya Turman, who drives the lane, kicks it out to the corner, and she's going to be called for a walk. And that's going to be Commerce's basketball with 19.9 seconds in this third quarter. Commerce dribbles up the floor, still hasn't crossed half court, and now they do. Pass into 13, over to 10 on the wing, back up to the top of the key, number 2. And intercepted pass by Bradley Dickerson, who's going to take it herself, dribble up the floor, passes it to Aaliyah Allen, shots blocked, and that's going to be the third quarter. Elbert County leading 40-27 in a big region matchup against the Commerce Tigers. And we'll go to the station for a 1 minute break. 1 minute break here on YouTube and 105.3. And we're back in the Inferno. This is Sarah Fuller live on YouTube via the Blue Devil News Network and the radio at 105.3 WSGC. Thank you, Stan, for streaming this from YouTube. As Taya Turman passes it in to Zy Belcher, over to Audrey Lunsford, who drives, shoots, no good. Briley Dickerson with a rebound, shoots back up, no good. And Commerce comes up with a rebound. And Zy Belcher, just a little too much energy trying to get a deflection, and gets a foul call, and that's going to be her fourth. So she may get a little, well, she's still on the floor for now. Commerce has cut the lead to 11. 6 minutes, 40 seconds in this fourth quarter. Still a very close game between two great teams, athletic teams, as Commerce is going to dribble up the floor. Gets it over to 10. Passes to 2 at the top of the key. Elbert County in a 1-2-2 zone defense here, just trying to mix up the defense and get Commerce off balance here. As a pass goes in to 13, and it's picked off by Aaliyah Allen, who is fast breaking to the basket, and she's going to get a foul call on her shot and go to the free throw line for 2. It was a great job by Aaliyah Allen, who's always a tremendous defensive player for us and wonderful with the fast breaks. 40-29, Elbert County leading in this fourth quarter with Aaliyah Allen shooting 2 free throws. First attempt is no good. We have Kaylin Rucker deep to limit any fast break opportunities from Commerce, as well as Taya Turman here at the half court, defending number 1. Aaliyah Allen shoots her second, and it's good, making the score 41-29. Commerce really trying to up the tempo, but Elbert County set up in their zone very quickly. 3-point attempt for Commerce is no good. Briley Dickerson gets the rebound, passes it to Kaylin, who gets it to Audrey. And then Taya Turman is going to take over at point. Looking for a play setup. Gets it into Audrey Lunsford in the lane, who turns and shoots easily for 2, making it 43-29. Elbert County. Commerce dribbling up the floor. Tries to get it inside, but it's deflected by Briley Dickerson, and Taya Turman comes up with it. Passes it to Aaliyah in the corner. Gets it back to Taya, wide open in the lane, and that's 2 more points for Elbert County. 5 minutes and 23 seconds in this game. Elbert County in a man, or more of a zone, actually. They're in a 2-3 zone, but they're going to pick up very quickly as Commerce passes to the corner, back to the wing, tries to get inside, and is deflected by Audrey. And the ball gets to Kaylin Rucker, who's really sprinting the floor, and they're going to get a foul call. And that's going to put Kaylin at the line for 2. It's a great job by Kaylin to try to lay that ball up, even with some contact. And that's going to put her to the free throw line. And that's 5 fouls on number 10. And that's going to be it for her. It was a great player for Commerce and just comes up with her 10th foul there. Kaylin Rucker setting up for her first free throw attempt. First shot is good. Taya Turman deep, ready to defend any potential fast break by Commerce as Kaylin Rucker sets up for her second. Shot is up and is good. Score is now 47-29. Commerce trying to hurry and get across the court and try to get some points here as Elbert County's lead continues to extend, 47-29. Pass over to 12 in the corner, gets it in to 13 in the lane, shoots no good, and there's going to be a foul call as Briley Dickerson just kind of reaches over, gets an over the back there. Commerce is going to take it out underneath the basket because there was no shot. They said the foul was on the floor. Gets it in to number 2. Who dribbles it up to the wing, back to the corner. Pass deflected by Briley Dickerson. Gets it to Audrey Lunsford, who gets it to Taya Turman, is going to slow it down just a little bit. but passes ahead to Kaylin Rucker. And then back to Taya Turman, who's going to slowly set up a play. We've got the time on our side here. So the strategy is to use up as much as you can to limit possessions for Commerce. As Aaliyah Allen gets it back over to Kaylin Rucker at the wing, into Audrey at the high post. 6 seconds on the shot clock. 5, 4. Kaylin Rucker shoots a 3, and it's no good. An air ball, and that's going to be out of bounds, and Commerce will have it, bringing it back up the floor. Lady Devils playing great zone defense on Commerce as they're going to shoot, and it's no good, but gets their own rebound. Tries to get a shot up, and it's good. That was number 14 for Commerce, and we're going to get a quick timeout by Commerce, and it's going to be a full. We'll take a 30-second break as we get this timeout going here on Blue Devil News Network and 105.3 WSGC. And we're back live here at the Inferno. Sarah Fuller announcing via YouTube and 105.3 radio as Taya Turman is now dribbling the ball up the floor. We have 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the game. Elbert County leads 47-31. Aaliyah Allen shoots a 3 and is good in the corner, extending that lead 50-31. As Elbert County continuing to excel offensively here and extend their lead against a great Commerce team. As Commerce passes it to the high post, about to the wing, 11, shoots a 3 and it's good, 34-50. Elbert County gets the ball inside into Taya Turman, who's dribbling up the floor. Looks and sees what she has, and again, time is on her side. The key is to use up the clock as much as possible with the lead at 16. For Elbert County. Taya Turman drives the baseline, tries to do a reverse layup, no good, but Audrey there and batted around. And Commerce is going to come up with it and really push the floor. Kicks it out to 1 on the wing, 14 at the top of the key, over to the wing. Tries to drive, but it's easily defended, and 11 is going to shoot another 3, and it's good. Number 11 is definitely a shooter to be aware of for Elbert County. That's 2 threes in a row that she's been able to shoot. But Taya Turman now has the ball, dribbling up the floor. Gets it across half court. 2 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the basketball game. Elbert County leads 50-37. Kaylin Rucker at the top of the key, trying to make something happen. Gets it to Leah Allen. His dribbles, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Leah Allen drives, deflected. Audrey gets the ball, shoots, and is good. And that's 2 more points for Elbert County as the clock continues to tick down. And Commerce trying to get more offense. Way too much time on the clock for Elbert County to relax at this point. As 5 is going to drive into the lane, gets stopped. And they're going to call a foul on Briley Dickerson. It's going to call a body foul on Briley. And that's going to be Commerce's ball underneath the basket. Zy Belcher entering the basketball game for this remainder of the 4th quarter. As Commerce looks to get it in, gets it to 11 in the corner, drives, kicks it back out, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. And that's going to be Elbert County's basketball. 52-37, Elbert County lead. Commerce face guarding Audrey, and they're going to throw it ahead to Zy Belcher. who drives, spins, kicks it, passes to Briley Dickerson, but she's going to get a foul call even though the shot was missed, and that's going to put her to the free throw line. It was a great unselfish play by Zai Belcher, who gave it to her fellow post down low to get a possible offensive play. And Briley's going to set up for 2 free throws. First attempt, no good. As her teammates try to give her a little bit more confidence. Good lead for Elbert County with 1 minute and 23 seconds remaining as Briley shoots her second, no good, and Commerce is going to come up with a rebound. Elbert County sprinting back on defense. They're going to get it to 11. Ball into 12, back out to 1, over to the corner, 5, 2 at the top of the key. Dribbles, tries to make something happen, almost loses the ball. Ball is passed around inside to 11, and she's going to fall, but that's going to be Elbert County's basketball. We're going to take a break because I got to do my job. So we'll take a little break here.
And we're back. Commerce now has the ball. Elbert steals it back. As the clock counts down from 17 to 16 to 15, it looks like the Lady Devils are going to hold on for a 52-37 victory here in the Inferno tonight against the Commerce Lady Tigers. Thank you guys for listening. The ball game is now over.
All right, and we're back, and that is the ball game. Thank you, Matt McCarty, for taking over for me. But Elbert County has beaten Commerce here in the Inferno 52-37. Great basketball game here at the Inferno against a very good Commerce Tigers team. As Elbert County comes away with the win at home. Elbert County comes away with the win at home here in the Inferno against Commerce, 52-37. And that was a great competitive basketball game against 2 teams. Again, we've talked about before the rankings being all together here on the girls basketball side of this region, where it's anybody's game pretty much, and Elbert County definitely needed a win here to solidify positioning, and they've got 2 more big games coming up away next week against Banks and Oglethorpe, which are definitely must-wins for them as well. But what a great ball game for our Elbert County Lady Devils. As we are going to stay here because we have a great recognition for one of our boys basketball players, DK Wynn, who is getting recognized tonight for signing with South Carolina State, signing for football next year for South Carolina State. DK Wynn, one of our seniors for Elbert County, as you can definitely hear the crowd standing ovations all around for DK Wynn, who is also named an honor graduate for our Elbert County senior class. It was a great recognition for him tonight as he's standing with his parents here at half court. But we want to say congratulations to DK here. As again, if you are listening, you can also watch the games on YouTube via our Blue Devil News Network. If you look up BDNN on Blue Devil News Network, and you'll be able to also watch and listen. But we will take it to the station for a 6-minute break at the station, but we'll also still be streaming live on YouTube if you would like to watch that as well. But this is the Blue Devil News Network here at the Inferno as we get ready for a boys basketball game. They'll be very competitive. 105.3 WSGC. And we're back here in the Inferno. James, let me know if you can hear me. Send me a text. Yep, all right, I got you. So we're back in the Inferno here. Sarah Fuller, got Coach Jones with me. Coach Jones, such a great basketball game competitively. I know this was one you definitely needed to win here at home and as well as for the region. Want to give us a little bit of how you got the girls prepared and you were ready for this game that the girls had?
Well, you know, we really talked a lot about, you know, making them have to work for baskets tonight, not allow them to get things. They are actively looking to get the ball inside. They're not a really great shooting team, so I thought Briley, I thought Ella, I thought Audrey, Zai, all did a good job I told them probably 90% of the time of making them work. You know, not any clean post-ups and things like that, and staying straight up and not bailing them out with fouls. And I thought our guards did a good job up top of giving pressure so they didn't have those clean looks to get inside. I thought we kept our composure tonight. It was easy, you know, sometimes you don't get those calls, and it's getting hyped up, but, you know, we never let them get too close. So I'm just so proud of our girls tonight.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned composure. This was definitely a game where we played at Commerce. It kind of got us a little overall. I think it's just a team that you play against that's always going to be competitive. They are pretty much match up well with us similarly in athleticism, but I think I agree with you. The girls definitely held their composure, especially with some calls towards the second half that weren't really going our way and were kind of confusing here and there. Thoughts on that, how they were able to keep that composure for us?
Well, like I said, that's something that we've been harping on a lot over, you know, all season really. And, you know, even Zai's like, Coach, I did a good job tonight. I said, yes, you did. And, you know, it's like I said, and I tell them all the time, you're not going to get every call. And yes, are you right? It should have been a call. Yes, but, you know, we just got to move on and move forward and keep pushing. And I thought we did that tonight. And that was a good job. You know, Ty was just trying to explain to him one time that, you know, whatever. And sometimes the referees getting their feelings too. So it's just, you know, walking away and just get ready for the next play.
Absolutely, absolutely, Coach. And as you know, you've got this win underneath you, which helps you get a little less stress off your shoulders, getting ready for a game, two big games, one at Commerce, or one at Oglethorpe, one at Banks. Both going to be really competitive environments where, you know, when you play in Oglethorpe, it kind of has a crazy atmosphere that comes with it, and they're going to come out really wanting some revenge from the loss here, and then obviously Banks, where you've mentioned on the with our video today how that environment is. How are you going to get your girls prepared and just to keep piggybacking off of this great win?
Yeah, hoping we can take that momentum. I feel like we're kind of peaking at the right time right now, hoping we can keep doing it. You know, I told him in the locker room, Mr. Gaines, like going to Oglethorpe, they scare me the most. You know, you just played them. You know, you won pretty handily. Like you said, it's a small gym, but it can be a rough atmosphere. They do have students show up, so it's about us coming out, make sure we play the game like we haven't played them before. Like we talk about all the time about play like you're down 20, and that's how we need to kind of start the game against Oglethorpe. Don't let them get any momentum going. If we can get past that, you know, the win tonight pretty much sealed the deal of us not being able to move down in the standings, which is great. And then, like I said, going to Banks after Raven is probably one of the hardest places to play, probably the rowdiest place to play in the region. They always have a student section that's rowdy. Their fans can be rowdy. You know, it's a different association of referees, so it's just a whole mindset of being focused on what we can control, and that's what's going on between the lines, and I think we'll be ready.
Great job, Coach. Want to congratulate you. Great job for the girls, and we'll look forward to these next few games and ending that regular season and seeing where we finish up.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, you're welcome. Josh Jones here for our Lady Devils. Great win by our girls team against a very competitive athletic Commerce team here in the Inferno. We've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining before we kick off this boys game against a #1 Commerce boys team here, #1 in the state, I think, still currently, as well as the region. And our boys get ready for this last home game here in the Inferno. Again, you can pull us up and watch us on YouTube at the Blue Devil News Network. But we'll take a 1-minute break as we get ready before the lineups get called out. And we'll do a 1-minute break here, 105.3 WSGC and Blue Devil News Network. And we're here in the Inferno. This is Sarah Fuller live on YouTube via the Blue Devil News Network, as well as being streamed on 105.3 WSGC here in the Inferno. Elbert County basketball against a very, very talented Commerce Tigers team as we get ready for the lineups for our Blue Devils here. Teacher Appreciation Night here in the Inferno as we recognize our faculty and staff that support our students every day and just give them a little shout out as well. As the lights go out in the Inferno, getting ready for our starting lineup here for our Blue Devils. And starting off the lineup here is number 0, Jordan Morrison. Number 3, DK Wynn, who was just recently recognized for signing with South Carolina State for football, and does a great job, DK. We also have number 4, Caden Burton, followed by number 10, AJ Brown, and then lastly, we have number 20, Blue Hester, starting for us. A great starting lineup for our Blue Devils, and currently starting for Commerce. Again, I don't have a roster of names, but I'm going to call out their numbers here. As we have for Commerce, number 1, number 4, number 0. And then I'll get the other 2 guys in just 1 second as I'm able to see the numbers on their jerseys. But DK Wynn setting up for a jump ball here. So currently starting for Commerce, number 1, number 4, number 22, 0, and number 5. As we're about to get ready for Blue Devil basketball here in the Inferno. Again, we are streaming live on YouTube via the Blue Devil News Network, BDNN. If you'd like to watch us live, shout out to Nat McCarty, Mr. Nat McCarty and his crew here, being able to air this last home game here in the Inferno. And here we go with the Commerce Tigers getting the first possession. Elbert County in a man defense, starting out this basketball game. Drive to the lane, no good as Jordan Morrison comes up with a rebound. Passes it to DK Wynn, shoots a 3, and it's good! 3 points, good for DK to get those first points of the game. 3-0, Elbert County lead against the Commerce Tigers. Commerce shoots a 3, no good. Rebound, AJ Brown is gonna push the floor. Kicks it out to DK Wynn in the corner, drives baseline, shoots, no good. Commerce comes up with a rebound, and they're gonna push the tempo here. Fast break opportunity. Drives the lane, 22, and he's gonna make 2 points here as Elbert County is gonna now have the possession. 7 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Elbert County lead 3-2. AJ Brown over to Jordan Morrison. Commerce Tigers in a man defense. Jordan over to AJ Brown. Drives the lane, shoots, and is good. That's 2 points for AJ Brown as Commerce gets it to number 5. And we are in a man defense again. Every possession important in this basketball game, as Elbert County is playing a number 1 team in the region. Ball deflected, but Commerce comes up with it, kicks it to the corner, drives, shot is no good, and DK Wynn is gonna be driving the floor, takes it himself, and that's 2 more, making the score 7-2. Elbert County leading. Commerce passes ahead. 3-point attempt. No good, and that's going to be a ball hitting the cable, making it Elbert County basketball here on the baseline. Caden Burton passes it in to Jordan Morrison. Commerce Tigers now in a 3-quarter press. DK Wynn shoots a 3, but it's no good, as it's going to go out of bounds, and Commerce is going to start dribbling the ball up the floor. Again, last home game here in the Inferno, potentially for our Devils in this regular season. As Commerce is going to drive the lane, 0, and that is good for 2. Elbert County still leads 7-4. 5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. DK Wynn over to Caden Burton. Commerce in a press. A.J. Brown gets the ball, drives past to Blue, and that's good for 2 points underneath the basket. What a great unselfish play by A.J. Brown to draw the defender over to him, opening up that lane for Blue. Commerce has the basketball. 0, shoots a 3. No good. DK Wynn gets the rebound, and Jordan passes it back to DK, who's going to dribble the ball up the floor. Defender picking up early on Jordan. 3-point attempt, no good. Commerce with a rebound, pressuring, drives, shoots, no good. DK, rebound. A lot of contact, and that's going to be a foul on number 4 from Commerce. First foul of the ball game as Elbert County leads 9-4. 4 minutes, 47 seconds remaining. Very high tempo game as we expected, with 2 very athletic teams here in the Inferno, with an electric atmosphere as our student section on their feet, trying to get the momentum to stay in our favor as the shot on the baseline goes out of bounds, and Commerce is going to get the basketball. Elbert County dropping at a half-court man defense, just trying to slow the momentum. Potential for fast breaks at a Commerce team who can definitely run the floor. And number 5 is going to drive the lane and get a little foul call on Jordan Morrison. It's going to send him to the free throw line for 2. And that's the first foul for our Devils. Number 5 for Commerce is going to set up on the free throw line for 2 free throw shots. First attempt is good. And we're going to get some subs for Elbert County. Nick Rambert, Jace Maddox, and Jalen Morrison on the floor now, trying to get some rotation in, trying to keep fresh legs going for Elbert County on a Commerce team that can definitely keep up the high-tempo game here, as the second free throw attempt is good, making the score 9-6. Elbert County still leading. A.J. Brown dribbles the basketball, gets it into the lane, works it into the lane, passes it to DK, out to Jace Maddox, who shoots a 3. No good, but almost kept in by Jalen Morrison. Unfortunately, great effort by Jalen, but it still is going to go out of bounds, and Commerce is going to have the basketball, and we are in a 3-quarter press here, trying to slow the tempo. Commerce basketball pass in the corner, 3-point attempt is no good, but Commerce gets there on rebound, gets it back to the top of the key. Number 5 steps in, tries to see what's available, drives the basketball, drives the lane, kicks it to the corner. Shot attempt no good. Another rebound for Commerce, but the shot putback is no good as AJ is trying to press the floor, and there were 5 defenders all around him and just deflect it back. And Commerce gets the ball, gets a fast break attempt. That's good for 2 points. 9-8, 3 minutes in this first quarter. Jace Maddox gets the basketball, and it's deflected by Commerce, who's going to press another fast break. Layup, no good, and DK comes up with the rebound. Passes it ahead to AJ, who passes it to Jace Maddox, shoots a 3 on the wing. No good, battles for the rebound, and AJ just steps out of bounds, as it's going to be Commerce's basketball again on the baseline. 2 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the first quarter as Commerce is going to take it out on the baseline here in the Inferno. 3-quarter press by Elbert County as Commerce breaks it, tries to trap. Ball is back at the top in the hands of number 5 for Commerce. Goes off of a screen, tries to drive, and is well defended by Jalen Morrison. Ball passed to the corner. There's going to be a foul called on Nick Rambert as the ball was passed inside, and he just kind of reached around a little too much for the ref's liking. It's going to be Commerce basketball underneath the basket. Commerce passes it up to the top of the key, but it's almost deflected by Jalen Morrison. And Commerce will shoot a three, and it's no good. And Jordan Morrison comes up with the rebound, dribbles up the floor, sees what's available as Commerce picks up a man. Ball to A.J. Brown, drives the lane. Mid-range jumper is good. 2 more points for Elbert County with 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Very high-tempo game, back and forth. As a pass in the lane is into Commerce, and just kind of Elbert County got caught standing on their heels, didn't recognize the cut to the basket. And number 22 for Commerce is going to go to the free throw line for 2 as he was fouled on his shot attempt in the lane. First free throw attempt for Commerce is up and no good. As number 23 for Commerce is now coming in as a sub for number 4. And we also have Blue Hester back in for Nick Rambert. Coach Owens trying to keep a high-tempo game, keep fresh legs on the floor as Commerce sets up for a second free throw attempt. And so he's going to settle in an easy tempo here at the top. Over to Jordan Morrison at the top of the key. Who's going to get a play set up here. Ball pass to AJ in the wing, tries to get it into Blue inside. A lot of contact as they are battling for the basketball, and it's going to say ball out on Commerce as we get DK Wynn and Caden Burton now on the floor. Ball, Elbert County basketball on the side. Jordan Morrison looking, gets it in. DK in the lane, high post shot, no good. Commerce gets the rebound. Commerce basketball coach telling him push the tempo, push the floor. As Elbert County was able to get back in time. Man defense. Ball to 0. He's going to look for a play call from his coach. Drives and steps out of bounds. Great defense by Jace Maddox to disrupt any offensive attempt. Caden Burton passes it in to Morrison, who fires ahead to Jace Maddox. 3-point attempt is good. Jace Maddox doing what he does best for Elbert County, adding 3 points to the scoreboard. Commerce Tigers dribbling the ball up the floor, gets it to 0. Out on the wing to 23. Swings around to 5, is going to drive the lane, and he's going to try to shoot, and it misses. Blue Hester gets on top of the basketball with a shot put back, and it's going to be a jump ball. Elbert County's basketball now at the baseline. 45.7 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Elbert County leads 14-8. Jordan Morrison working with his teammates to set up a play. Gets it to Jace Maddox, who's going to drive. Baseline, shoots, and is good. Mid-range jumper good for Jace Maddox for another 2 points. As Commerce Tigers now seeing a lead continuing to extend, but it's only 8-point spread. Still way too close as they're going to shoot a 3, and it's good at the top of the key. 0 for Commerce, shoots a 3 attempt to shorten that lead, 16-11. 10 seconds for the first quarter. Jordan Morrison drives the lane, pass to Blue Hester, and he's good for 2 on the block, along with a foul call. That's an and 1, and he will go to the free throw line for a free throw attempt. 2.9 seconds remaining in the first quarter as Blue is going to take his free throw attempt here in the Inferno. Shot is up, no good. Commerce gets the rebound, long 3 attempt, and it's no good. And that is the first quarter here in the Inferno. Elbert County leading 18-11. We'll take a 1-minute break here, 105.3 and YouTube BDNN, Blue Devil News Network. Thank you. Back in the Inferno, this is Sarah Fuller, and we are live via YouTube's BDNN, the Blue Devil News Network, as well as 105.3. Very great competitive game here in the Inferno with our Blue Devils and Commerce Tigers. 18-11, Blue Devil lead. 7 minutes and 38 seconds in the second quarter as Commerce gets a free throw attempt and is good. Jordan Morrison now dribbling the ball up the floor. Looks to set up a play with his teammates as A.J. Brown's going to cut across, get the ball, gets the basketball, tries to drive, passes to DK in the corner, back to A.J. Brown. Looks inside. Caden Burton doing some work, but A.J.'s going to take it himself in the lane, and that's 2 points. Elbert County leads 20-12. 0 for Sorrells for Commerce. Drives the lane with not much contest, and he's going to get 2 points, making it 20-14. Very athletic basketball team in the Commerce Tigers as A.J. Brown dribbles, gets it to Morrison at the top, who resets a play. A.J. Brown cuts across, gets the basketball, drives, shoots a mid-range jumper, and it's no good. And there are 3 Commerce Tigers that are easily going to get the rebound as Elbert County runs back on defense. 3-point attempt is good for number 22, Parks from Commerce, as a lead that was 7 points is now down to 3. Elbert County leads 20-17, and Jordan Morrison drives and gets a foul call for his effort, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 2. Jordan Morrison sets up at the free throw line to get ready for 2 free throw attempts. Currently on the floor, we have Brant Brown in for the Elbert County Devils, trying to keep, again, get some speed here, as well as an offensive threat, as Jordan Morrison makes his first free throw attempt. Number 23, Mason Brown for Commerce in now. And currently on the court, we have 23, Brown, 22, Parks, 4, Mitchell, 0, Sorrells, and number 1, Geralds for Commerce. As Elbert County picks up in a zone press at two-thirds of the court. And 3-point attempt is no good for Commerce, and Blue Hester comes up with the rebound. Jordan Morrison dribbles up the floor as Commerce picks up man half court. No, they're actually in a zone, 2-3 zone. DK Wynn shoots a 3, no good, but Blue's there to get the rebound and puts it back for 2. Elbert County leading 24-17 in a highly competitive basketball game in the Inferno. Last home game in the regular season. Number 1 for Commerce. Drives the lane, shoots, no good. 23 with the rebound, and he puts back, no good. A.J. Brown with the rebound himself as he's going to slow the tempo. Brown drives the lane, pass to Blue Hester on the opposite block, but he's going to get a charge called on him as Brown gets a charge, off-the-ball charge called as number 23 for Commerce, Mason Brown, gets an offensive foul call on A.J. And Commerce will now have the basketball as Elbert County has a 2-1-2 press in effect here against a Commerce basketball team who 22 drives the lane, and he's going to make 2 points, closing the lead to 24-19. 5 minutes left in the second quarter. A.J. Brown over to Jordan Morrison, drives the lane, and he's going to get a foul on, he'll get a foul on the shot there, as Morrison's going to go to the free throw line for 2 free throw attempts. That was a great drive to the lane by Morrison, trying to get Commerce in a little bit more foul trouble. First attempt is good. As Ty Sorrells for Commerce is going to come in as a sub for number 4, Mitchell. Jordan Morrison shoots his second, and it's good. Score is now 26-19. Elbert County leading. Commerce gets the ball up in the corner, back to the wing. As Sorrells looks and sees what he has, goes off a screen, drives the lane, and he's good for 2 points. It was a great offensive play going off of his teammate's screen there to open up the lane for him with a mismatch against Blue. A.J. Brown now at the wing, drives baseline, reverse layup, and it's good. Those are so easy for A.J. to complete, especially with no contest, but Commerce is going to easily get a pass into the block and make 2 more points, and that cuts the lead to 5 for Elbert County. Elbert County leading 28-23, as Coach Owens is going to call a 30-second timeout, but we'll stay here. As we want to give a shout out again to the Blue Devil News Network for streaming the game live on YouTube for our athletes here, as well as recognize the teachers and faculty of Elbert County as it's the teacher tailgate, teacher recognition for Elbert County High School. Many teachers here that are supporting our athletes who they have in the classroom, may have in the classroom, or just interact with on campus, and we appreciate the teachers and faculty for being here. As Elbert County is going to start out with the basketball, as with Commerce picking up half court in a 1-2-2 zone. A.J. Brown with the basketball on the wing. Kicks it back out to Morrison, who swings it to DK Wynn. 3-point attempt, no good. Commerce with the rebound is going to push the floor. 3 minutes and 40 seconds in the second quarter. Commerce drives the lane and shoots good for 2, making the score 28-25. And you don't want a Commerce basketball team to continue to chip away offensively, as DK Wynn has the ball in the lane, tries to pass it to A.J. Brown, but it's deflected. And Gerald's is going to shoot a layup, no good, but as he gets the rebound, officials say he was out of bounds, and it's going to go Elbert County's way. 3 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in this first half, as Jace Maddox now enters the basketball game with Nick Rambert. Jace Maddox passes the ball into Morrison, who's going to dribble the ball up the floor. Commerce still in their 1-2-2 zone here. Nick Rambert at the high post. Jordan Morrison throws to the corner. Swings it back around to Jace Maddox at the wing, who's going to take a dribble, shoot a 3, and it's no good. And Commerce with a fast break. Jace Maddox hustles down the floor to disrupt a layup. And ball is deflected around, and possession back to Commerce, as we're going to get a walk. Actually, a foul call. Thought there was going to be a walk called, and they're going to say that Jordan Morrison grabbed the Commerce player as he drove into the lane. It's going to be 2 on Morrison, and Coach Owens is going to sit him for the rest of the half just to be safe, as Brant Brown enters the game. Commerce passes it in the corner up to the wing. back to the corner as number 4's shot is deflected by A.J. Brown, but Commerce still in possession. Gets it out to the wing. Three-point attempt, no good, and Blue has the rebound. Passes it to A.J. Brown, who's dribbling up the floor. Great defense by Commerce, but the ball is passed over to Brant Brown and almost gets the ball thrown away, but he's going to dribble back around, get it to Jace Maddox, back to Brant, back to Jace, into Nick in the lane, works, shoots, and is good for 2. Hey, and that's 2 points for Nick Rambert, making the score 30-25. Commerce with the basketball. 1 minute, 40 seconds remaining in the first half. Commerce gets it in the lane, drives, and that's 2 points for Commerce. Number 22, Parks. Elbert County dribbles the ball at the floor. Oh, pass is deflected as AJ just tries to get it into Nick Rambert, and there's too many defenders in the passing lane. But Nick's going to come up with a foul call as he was battling for possession. And Caden Burton is going to come in for Nick. Commerce is going to have the basketball here on the sideline as Elbert County picks up a man defense. Locklear for Commerce passes it to Parks, back to Locklear. Over to Mitchell, who shoots, and it's no good, and rebound batted around, and Parks comes up with it, passes it back to Locklear, who drives the lane, and it's good for 2 points, and that is now a 1-point ball game. Elbert County leading 30-29 as 55 seconds count down on the clock. Caden Burton passes to A.J. Brown, who shoots a 3. No good. And Commerce is pushing the floor as Locklear drives. Shot was deflected, but they say it was a foul called. They're going to call a foul on A.J. Brown. And that's going to put Locklear at the free throw line for 2. A.J. with his second foul. This DK Wynn's going to come in for him. First free throw attempt is good for Locklear, and that makes it a tie ball game as it's the first tie. The first time the score has been tied for both teams. As Locklear shoots his second, and that's the first lead of the game for Commerce, and with a score of 31-30, 40 seconds left in this first half, and this is definitely going to be a game that'll go down to the last few seconds. Two very athletic teams and a very well-coached and talented Commerce team, first in the region currently. As DK Wynn is going to pass it to Caden at the top of the key, over to Morrison, dribbles back over, gets it to DK, gets it into Blue, works the floor, and he's going to make a move for 2, making the lead 32-31, 13 seconds and counting in this first half. As Locklear for Commerce passes it over to his teammate, who shoots a 3-point attempt, 2 seconds, and they get a steal for 2 more points. And that is the half. Not really what you want momentum-wise for Elbert County, as Commerce making 2 last-minute shot attempts. And that's the first half for your Elbert County Devils. Score is currently going to be, it reads 32-34, but I want to wait a second because I feel like that the last shot wasn't recorded. I think it should be 36-32. Commerce now leading in the first half. What a basketball game here in the Inferno. The last regular home game, as you hear the pep band putting on some school spirit here along with our cheerleaders. But we will take a break here in the Inferno. We'll take a five-minute break on YouTube and the radio, 105.3 WSGC. And we are back live here in the Inferno. This is Sarah Fuller airing live on the YouTube channel of BDNN, Blue Devil News Network. If you'd like to watch it live via YouTube, as well as 105.3 WSGC. Thank you, Stan, for pulling from the YouTube channel for our Blue Devil News Network page. If you've missed some of the game and you want to watch it, you can pull it up after today, where the game will be, both games, girls and boys games, will be logged on our YouTube page that you can watch anytime after the conclusion of this boys game. That's the Blue Devil News Network. If you go to YouTube and search BDNN, should pop right up for you. Shout out to Nat McCarty and his crew. Ladrigus Jackson here, working hard in the Inferno for the Blue Devil News Network crew as we are airing this live here. It's a great camera work by Ladrigus Jackson. What a great basketball game here against a #1 ranked Commerce Tigers team, who's currently leading 36-32 with a couple of last-second shots at the end of that first half against Elbert County. And we definitely have our work cut out for us. But a game that Elbert County was leading until the last minute. The majority of the first half led by Elbert County in the Inferno, until Commerce had a couple of three-point opportunities and then a steal with a last-second two-point attempt right at the buzzer. Commerce has been definitely trying to push the tempo and increase the speed of play against our Devils here. But Elbert County answering very well defensively, being able to slow the tempo down and control the shot attempts from Commerce. Coach Owens utilizing the depth of his bench, getting some rotation in, keeping some fresh legs on the floor, and limiting the foul calls on his guys. Not many of the guys are in foul trouble, as a majority have been playing great defense, and not many foul calls being called by the officiating crew, just kind of letting the guys play here. But it's definitely a game that has gone back and forth as the time on the halftime clock is winding down with 1 minute and 10 seconds. And again, we want to give a shout out to all of the teachers and faculty at Elbert County High School, as it's Teacher Appreciation Night here in the Inferno. This last regular home game here. And next week our Devils will travel to Banks and Oglethorpe to finish out their regular season, seeing where the rankings will lay after those two basketball games, to prepare for a region tournament that will be competitive from start to finish, both on the boys' side as well as the girls. Lady Devils coming away with a huge win against Commerce themselves this evening, and solidifying a top 4 position for them, ensuring that they won't drop any lower than what they may be at the moment. But again, 2 big games for the girls, and next week in Banks and Oglethorpe to determine the final rankings in the region. And it'll be Elbert County's basketball to start this second half here. We have a great crowd here in the Inferno, great student section cheering on our guys, as well as our pep band, who is adding to the school spirit. And we'll start this second half as Jordan Morrison gets it over to A.J. Brown. Commerce trying to isolate him defensively. Morrison gets it into Blue Hester, and that's going to be a jump ball, as number 22 for Commerce blocked a little shot attempt there. It's going to be Commerce basketball. Elbert County picking up in a full court press. Commerce is going to easily get it across to the opposite corner, and layup attempt is good for Commerce as they are coming out, ensuring that they're going to keep the momentum their way. Pass deflected by Commerce, and number 1 is going to shoot another layup. That's Gerald's for Commerce with 2 back-to-back layups, and the score is now 40-32. Commerce leading. Pass deflected as Commerce has picked up a press themselves to kind of shake up the Elbert County offense. But it's going to be Elbert County's basketball on the sideline. Jordan Morrison gets it into Caden Burton. Back to Morrison, who drives to the basket and is going to get a foul called for his efforts. That'll put him at the free throw line for 2. As Jordan Morrison with a great drive to the baseline. Commerce Tigers coming out hot, trying to ensure that their lead stays. As we know, Elbert County historically, or in the past, has struggled a little bit in that third quarter. As Jordan Morrison makes his first free throw. Sets up, second shot, up and no good. Commerce with the rebound, pushes ahead. Tries to pass in the lane, and ball is deflected by A.J. Brown, who gets it to Morrison, who's going to drive to the basket. A lot of contact, and they're going to say it's a foul, and we'll take it. As Morrison's going to go back to the free throw line for 2 shots. And that's a foul on 0, Sorrells for Commerce. Sorrells trying to ask a question to the official about that foul call. Morrison's first attempt is up and good. As Elbert County, Blue Hester back deep. Second attempt, no good, but DK Wynn comes up with a rebound, gets it to AJ, looks, passes it back out to Caden Burton, who's gonna pull up a 3. No good, rebound AJ, and it's 2 points from the lane. Score is now 36-40. Commerce leading, easily breaks the press, and 3-point attempt is good for number 22 for Commerce, Parks. Caden Burton, back to Morrison, back to Burton, back to Morrison, is now gonna pass half court, gets it to DK Wynn in the corner, drives baseline, pull-up jumper, no good, but A.J. Brown tries to put it back, rebound again, A.J. battling for the rebound, and it's gonna be out on A.J. Brown, just kind of jumping, trying to hold on to the basketball and just couldn't quite keep possession, as Commerce is now gonna have it on the baseline. 43-36, Commerce leads, 6 minutes and 5 seconds in the third quarter. Elbert County in a full court press. Ball passed in the corner to Parks. Back out to Locklear, who's gonna take control as point guard, drives to the corner, pulls up a 3-pointer attempt, no good. And it's gonna be Elbert County's basketball. We lucked out with that 3-point shot attempt by Locklear. Caden Burton taking the ball out. Commerce is actually in a 3-quarter press. They're kind of sagged back a little bit. Gonna pick them up at the right past half court. Ball being passed back and forth by Morrison, and that's 10 seconds. Too much passing back and forth, and that's a 10-second call on Elbert County, and Commerce is going to have the ball on the sideline at half court. Elbert County picking up a man. Man defense. Commerce gets it into Locklear. He's going to take his time, kind of set up a play here. Elbert County again in a man. And A.J. Brown intercepts a pass and is going to dunk it hard for 2. Making a statement as he had a fast break by himself there, and he's going to get 2 points. Score is now 43-38. Commerce leading 5 minutes, 15 seconds in the third quarter, and we're going to get a foul call, blocking foul on Morrison. That's going to be his third. Commerce is going to have the ball near their bench. Jalen Morrison now coming in for Jordan. Here in this third quarter, Morrison with 3 fouls, and got to be careful with a game like this, getting very physical. Locklear with the ball, gets it over to his teammate on the wing. Ball almost lost, but Locklear comes back with it. Dribbles to the lane, shoots, no good. Blue gets the rebound. He's going to give it to A.J. Brown there. He's going to take his time, driving to the other end of the floor. Great defense by Commerce, but A.J. drives to the lane for 2 points, 43-40. Commerce leading. Elbert County has cut that lead down to 3. 4 minutes and 33 seconds on the clock. Sorrells with the basketball for Commerce on the wing. Little mismatch as Blue's trying to defend him, and he's going to easily drive, get a 2-point. Commerce with kind of a 5-guard lineup here, and Blue just couldn't stay in front of him there. Sorrells is going to go to the free throw line for 1. That 2-point shot is good. That's going to be 45-40. Sorrells is going to shoot his free throw, and it's good. Score is now 46-40. A.J. Brown with the basketball. Commerce in their three-quarter press. Pass is intercepted by Commerce, and they're going to dribble it back up to the top of the key. Sorrells with a 3-point attempt, no good. Brown gets the rebound, pushes the floor, drives, passes to Blue in the corner on the post, and that's good for 2. Commerce continuing to press. Pass intercepted. Jalen Morrison had an idea for a layup and just started way too early. And he's going to get a walking call there. And that's going to be Commerce's basketball on the baseline. Jalen Morrison getting a little too excited, I think, and just kind of picked the ball up a little too early. As Jace Maddox now enters the game for the Blue Devils. Sorrells gets it into Parks, pulls up at the free throw line, no good, and Maddox with the rebound. Gets it to A.J. Brown, who's going to dribble, gets it into the lane, back, kicks it out to Jace Maddox, has a 3-point attempt, and it's no good, and Commerce has a wide open layup at a fast break for 2 points. Elbert County, A.J. Brown on the wing, gets it to DK. DK drives in, passes to Jace, in to Blue Hester at the block, and he's gonna get a foul call. 48-42. A very up and down game, a lot of action as we expected between 2 highly athletic teams. Elbert County needing to stay within reach as Blue Hester sets up for 2 free throw attempts. First shot is good. 2 minutes and 59 seconds in the third quarter here, as Tyler Turman coming into the game for Caden Burton. Blue Hester sets up for a second. Up and is good. 48-44. Commerce leading by 4 here in this third quarter. Elbert County picking up a man. Full court. Tyler Turman almost deflects, but gets too much contact, and Locklear is going to get a foul on Tyler Turman, as Tyler is definitely ISO guarding him, face guarding Locklear. Commerce gets it into Locklear at the top of the key. Man defense. Locklear drives the lane. Deflected by A.J. Brown. Lots of contact. He's by himself, but DK there to rescue. Drives the lane. hard drive to the basket, and that's 2 points, and Coach Owens is gonna call a timeout just to get some game plan going. It's gonna be a 30-second timeout, and we'll take a 30-second break here in the Inferno. BDNN Network and 105.3 WSGC. We're back in the Inferno. Sarah Fuller here, BDNN, as Blue Hester tries to get a shot underneath in the lane, but Commerce is gonna have a fast break. Tyler Turman runs the floor and disrupts that layup, but Commerce gets the ball back, and Tyler Turman just kind of gets a little too much contact on the putback attempt, and what a hustle for Tyler Turman to run the floor and disrupt a fast break layup for Commerce, where the score is 48-46. Commerce with the basketball at the wing, gets it over to the corner to Mitchell, who dribbles up, gets it to Sorrells, who drives the lane, blocked by Hester. AJ Brown with the basketball, drives the lane, and he's gonna get a walk with a lot of contact. One referee looked like he was going to call a foul, but was overruled by another who's going to call a walk as the student section goes wild. And Commerce now is going to have the basketball and dribbles it up across half court. Sorrells with the ball at the top, gets it over to Parks, gets it to Geralds. And we got an offensive foul as an illegal screen is made up by Commerce, and it's going to be Elbert County's basketball on the side. AJ Brown kind of got hit a little weird on that last contact before the change of possession, but he's going to have the ball himself at the top of the key. 1 minute and 11 seconds in the third quarter. Commerce leading 48-46. AJ, three-point attempt, no good. Commerce with the rebound, running the floor as Parks lays it up for two. Elbert County, AJ Brown, dribbling the ball up the floor. Was gonna take it himself and is gonna get a block and foul for his efforts. And that's gonna put him at the free throw line for two, since both teams are in bonus for fouls, for team fouls. 49 seconds remaining in the third quarter as Nick Rambert and Jalen Moore, Nick Rambert is not on the floor. I think there were some subs going to be made, but Coach Owens changed his mind as AJ Brown is going to shoot two free throws. 50-46, Commerce leading by 4. AJ Brown, first attempt is good. And now we have Nick Rambert and Jalen Morrison coming in for Blue and Jace Maddox, trying to change up some defense here. Jalen Morrison been more active on the roster for Elbert County. Nick Rambert setting up back. Second attempt no good for Brown as Commerce throws the ball ahead. Wide open three is good. for Sorrells as there was a miscommunication by our Blue Devils. A.J. Brown now pushing the floor. Looks, gets it over to DK Wynn. Drives on the wing, passes to Jalen Morrison. Back to A.J. Dribbling, gets it to DK. Over to the corner, Tyler Turman drives baseline, spins, shoots, and is good for two. Short range jumper. 15 seconds and counting in the third quarter. Tyler Turman defending. Pass over to one, back to Locklear at the top. 3 points is good, and that was a contested three. And that's gonna be the third quarter. Commerce leading 56-49 in a third quarter that just ended up going Commerce's way. Commerce coming out very tough, very energetic. We'll keep it here for as we are getting ready for the fourth quarter here in the Inferno. A very well contested game on both sides. Elbert County ending up losing out that at the end of that second quarter. We had been leading the majority of the game until about the last minute in that first half. And Commerce making a couple of three-point attempts and then a last second 2-point attempt where there was an interception of the pass, allowing them a 4-point lead as we started this third quarter. And they've maintained that lead and extended it by a few more as they now lead by 7. 56-49. One more quarter left remaining here in this Inferno. A lot of energy. A great student section here for our boys as they face a very good Commerce Tigers team ranked number 1. Been athletic back and forth the entire game as Morrison's gonna get it. He's gonna dribble. Commerce in a man defense. Very contested man defense. A.J. Brown driving and he's gonna get a block and foul for him. But it's gonna be on the floor. And Elbert will have the ball underneath the basket. Jordan Morrison is gonna pass it into DK Wynn. Gets it, tries to get it to A.J. Brown, but not a great decision as it's deflected and Commerce shoots a layup for 2. Wynn gets it to Morrison, who's gonna dribble it up the floor. Just too many little mistakes that it just hadn't gone our way in this fourth quarter. As A.J. drives to the lane, passes it to Maddox, who gets it to Morrison, who drives the lane himself. And that's gonna be good for 2 and an and 1 as Morrison's gonna go to the free throw line for one more attempt. Morrison setting up for a possible 3-point play here. Commerce leading 58-51. 7 minutes and 20 seconds in the fourth quarter. Morrison, shot attempt up and no good as Commerce comes up with a rebound. Locklear dribbling over half court, sets up a play with his teammates, gets it to 30. Smith over to Sorrells, up to Mitchell, who shoots a 3 at the top of the key, uncontested, and it's good. 61-51. Elbert County needing to capitalize on possessions as DK shoots a 3 himself and it's no good, and Nick battling for a rebound, but AJ comes up with it. And they're gonna call a charge on AJ Brown as number 23 for Commerce set up and sold it. Mason Brown with that unselfish play for Commerce. As Blue Hester's gonna come back in the game for us. Locklear with the basketball, Morrison picking him up, full court. 6 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the game. Gets it over to Brown, to Sorrells, up to Mitchell, pulls up, 3 points, no good. And that's gonna be Elbert County basketball on the baseline. Commerce up 10 points. Plenty of time on the clock in the game for our Devils. As Wynn is going to get the basketball, passes it up to A.J. Brown, who's going to drive the lane, and it's 2 points that are good. Need to get some stops defensively to continue to chip away at the lead that we have, or the lead that Commerce has. Locklear with the basketball, gets it to Mitchell on the wing. Up to Parks, over to Sorrells, to Locklear. Up to Mitchell. He's gonna dribble, drive the lane, layup. No good, but they're gonna call a foul. He's gonna go to the free throw line for 2. Seeing a lot more foul calls in the lane now as the game has progressed. And Commerce knows it, so they're gonna try to use it. That's gonna be 4 fouls on A.J. Brown. Not what you want. He's gonna have to be very careful here for the rest of the game because we can't take him out necessarily. He's definitely a great offensive player for us, and we need him on the floor. As Mitchell is gonna shoot his second. Up and good. Score is 63-53. Commerce leading 5 minutes, 51 seconds in the game. DK Wynn dribbling. AJ now with the ball. Jab steps, drives, steps around his defender, and it's 2. Good for 2. And he has an and 1 attempt as he makes his way to the free throw line for a possible 3. A.J. Brown again has to be aware of any potential charge attempts being made as he drives the lane, and very great basketball IQ moment there where he just stepped around that defender that was setting up for a possible charge and gets a foul called in his favor in that moment as he's setting up for a free throw attempt. Up and good. 63-56. Elbert County is down by 7. Elbert County picking up full court man as Locklear has the ball for Commerce. Jordan Morrison defending. Gets it across half court. Tyler Turman wanted to come around and help, but he left open Sorrells for an open 3, and that's not what you need as he's been hot on that three-point line lately. Now the score is 66-56. DK Wynn passes it to Nick, and there's going to be a foul called because a little push from behind. Elbert County is going to have the ball underneath the basket as we get A.J. Brown and Jace Maddox. A.J. Brown, Jace Maddox, and Blue Hester are on the floor along with DK Wynn and Jordan Morrison. Into A.J. 2 points, good. 66-58. 5 minutes left in the game. Elbert County needing to continue to chip away at the score as well as get some defensive stops. With 5 minutes remaining in the game, Wynn well within reach. As Sorrells shoots a 3, no good. Lucky for Elbert County as Brown gets the rebound, dribbles up the floor into the lane, trying to make something happen. Kicks it out to DK Wynn on the 3, no good. And Commerce is going to throw the ball up, and a dunk is no good. And it's going to go out of bounds. Commerce's number 1 tried to get some 2 points and just didn't go in his favor there. Ball is going to be into DK. Dribbles at the top of the key. Gets it into Brown, and the block. 2 points are good. 66-60. 4 minutes and 14 seconds, and Commerce is going to call a timeout. Coach not liking what he's seeing. It's going to be a full timeout, and we'll take a 1 minute break here on YouTube, BDNN, as well as WSGC 105.3. We're back in the Inferno as Elbert County gets 2 more points. We're back in the Inferno here in a very highly competitive game against Elbert County and Commerce. Commerce currently leading by 6, 68-62. As Locklear gets 2 more points, extending that lead to 70-62 here in the Inferno. 3 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the game. DK Wynn with the basketball. Gets it up to Morrison at the top. He's going to drive the lane, and he's going to get caught up, and that's going to be a jump ball. Trying a little bit too much to make something happen, and it's going to go Commerce's way as Elbert County's going to drop back half court. Scratch that. They're going to pick up full court man as Locklear is going to have the basketball. Commerce dropping back, letting him have some space. 3 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. 70-62, Commerce leading. Locklear driving the lane, pulls up, passes 2, 4, but Tyler Turman getting the basketball, and he's going to get a foul called. There's a lot of contact, and they're getting a little chippiness as one of the Commerce was just a little too slow moving off of Tyler, and he didn't like it. And they're going to separate everybody, and officials are just going to kind of talk it over, get everything to calm down, and Tyler's going to go to the line for 2. Commerce's coach trying to get his guys under control. Officials talking to players on both sides, trying to calm everything down a little bit. A very heated game and very competitive game. The entire 30 minutes that we've played, as Tyler is going to shoot his first, and it's good. AJ Brown back on the floor. AJ with 4 fouls, having to be a little more careful with his time on the court because we need him as Tyler makes his second. Commerce still leading 70-64, 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the game. Locklear now defended by DK Wynn. Coach setting a play up. Locklear over to the corner. 4 drives the lane, and a shot's deflected by Nick Rambert, but a bad pass, and Commerce is going to get the ball back. Just kind of getting a little too excited as Locklear drives in the paint and shoots for 2. Shot attempt deflected, and we just pass up a possession there as Morrison's now going to have the ball, gets it into AJ Brown in the lane, shoots for 2. DK Wynn there for the rebound, looks for his teammate, gets it to Nick, back to DK in the corner. 3-point, no good. Nick there for the putback, and he's going to get a foul for his effort, and 1 for Nick Rambert. He's going to go to the free throw line. What an effort by Nick Rambert to get 2 points off of a rebound in the air. 72-66 as Nick sets up for another shot attempt. Free throw. Up and no good, but Wynn comes up with the rebound. Lots of contact, and they're going to call a foul on Commerce. DK Wynn is going to go to the free throw line because Commerce is in bonus for team fouls, and a little bit of pushing and shoving happening off of the play between Morrison and Locklear, and officials separating quickly. 1 minute, 59 seconds remaining in a game that has been exciting from start to finish as Wynn sets up for 2 points. Elbert County in bonus, meaning any foul that they get will send them to the free throw line. First attempt no good for DK as he's going to set up for his second. But Commerce is going to call a timeout just to kind of get some strategy going. It's going to be a full timeout for Commerce, and we'll take a 30-second break. 30-second break on BDNN Network for YouTube and 105.3 WSGC. And we're back live here in the Inferno. Sarah Fuller here, broadcasting on YouTube, BDNN, the Blue Devil News Network, which is a high school network. We have Nat McCarty and Ladricus Jackson working hard to air this for you guys as DK makes his second free throw attempt. 72-67, Commerce leading. 1 minute, 52 seconds remaining in the game. Jordan Morrison against Locklear at the top. Gets it over to Mitchell. Stolen, away, Morrison, but they're gonna say he kicked it. They're gonna say it went off his foot. So it's gonna go Commerce's way on the side. Elbert County stepping up the pressure against Commerce as Locklear is gonna have it. Morrison defending. Commerce trying to work the clock down. And that's gonna be a push off on Locklear. Morrison getting the foul call. It's gonna be Elbert County's basketball on the side. 1 minute, 32 seconds remaining. Student section getting excited, playing into the ball game here as some Commerce players aren't too happy with what they're being told. DK win. Yeah, it's gonna be a foul on Locklear. That's too much contact on Morrison trying to get open. And Morrison's gonna go to the free throw line as Locklear gets a foul called on him. A lot of energy here in the Inferno. Student section loud and rowdy, trying to help their team out, playing into the atmosphere. Jordan Morrison setting up for 2 free throw attempts. First is no good. Every free throw is important here in a game like this. Commerce leading 72-67. Morrison ready for his second. Shot is up and is good. 72-68. Commerce leads by 4. 1 minute, 32 seconds remaining in a game that is winnable for our Devils, and Coach Owens is calling a timeout, and a well-timed timeout, as this is going to be a 30-second one, and we'll stay here. You see the emotion starting to get into effect here in the Inferno, and we know the atmosphere always is crazy, especially in a game like this. Coach Owens trying to set up some strategy as getting defensive stops are going to be key in a game like this. Only down by 4 against a team that can offensively take over in a second. Elbert County within reach as Coach Owens trying to set up some strategy here, getting ready for these next 2 possessions. Now's the time. If you get 1 stop and execute offensively, the momentum can shift, swing well within Elbert County's favor. As we're getting ready for this last minute and a half of play here in the Inferno. Commerce leading 72-68. In a highly competitive 4th quarter. On the floor for your Blue Devils, A.J. Brown, D.K. Wynn, Nick Rambert, Jordan Morrison, and Blue Hester. Picking up in a full court press. Trying to slow the tempo. Trap is good. Ball deflected around, but it's going to say Jordan held an arm. It's going to get a foul on Jordan, but we've got fouls to give as we only have 3 team fouls. But it's going to be Commerce's basketball on the sideline. Definitely have to get a stop. 27 seconds on the shot clock. Sorrells with the ball at the top. Gets it over to Locklear, who's just going to hold it. Back to Sorrells. Over to Locklear. They're going to run the clock down as long as they can. Locklear on the wing. Over to Geralds, to Sorrells. Goes off of a pick, drives, gets to the corner. Mitchell blocked by A.J. Brown. Gets it to Morrison, who's going to drive full court, gets it to Brown, spin move, shot is up and good. 72-70, 45 seconds in this ball game. Elbert County down by 2 as Locklear has it at the top of the key, gets it to Gerald's. The crowd goes wild as a block by Nick Rambert, but his pass is deflected again, ball on the ground, everybody's scrambling. AJ comes up with it, drives, layup good. We have a tie ball game, and we have a timeout called. Elbert County has tied the ball game 72-72. 19.8 seconds left in. What a ball game. As I look over to Nat McCarty and we are both going crazy. Who would have thought? Scoreboard not reading correctly, and they're going to correct it because it's 72-72. And they're going to adjust the seconds as well. 20 seconds remaining in the game as we're trying to get the scoreboard corrected here. And they're gonna get it all figured out. And they do. It's a tie ball game, 72-72. Everybody is hollering, but we're gonna get it corrected. The crowd is excited. Home crowd, everybody on their feet. 20 seconds. Commerce's basketball on the end. What a ball game. If you are not here, folks, I hope you're watching because the atmosphere has gotten crazy. Commerce gonna have the ball. A possession that is of the utmost importance for our Blue Devils. We're gonna pick up half-court defense, and as Commerce's Locklear has the ball, 20 seconds and counting, tie ball game, the crowd's going wild. Gets it over to Sorrells, over to Mitchell, up to Sorrells. Sorrells with a basketball, three-point attempt, up, no good. Ball's around, nobody has it. Morrison has it, and that's the ball game. We're gonna go to overtime here in the Inferno. Jordan Morrison trying to call a timeout with limited seconds, but it doesn't go our way, and we're gonna have some more basketball here in the Inferno. We will take a 30-second break on YouTube and the 105.3 WSGC, a 30-second break. And we're back live in the Inferno, overtime. 4 more minutes of gameplay here in the Inferno. Elbert County and Commerce tied at 72. On the floor for your Blue Devils, DK Wynn, Jordan Morrison, Blue Hester, AJ Brown, and Nick Rambert. In a basketball game that has been high tempo since we started. DK Wynn bats it over to Morrison, who's gonna pull it out, give it to Brown. Commerce in a man defense. Gets it into Hester on the block. Layup, good for 2. Commerce Locklear with the ball, dribbling up the floor. Gets it over to Sorrells. Goes off a screen, over to Locklear. Shot fake, back to Sorrells, up the top. Locklear on the wing, over to Gerald's. Number 1, DK Wynn defending. Pass over to Mitchell. 9 seconds on the shot clock. 7, 6, shot, no good. Morrison with the rebound. Elbert County has the basketball. 3 minutes and 7 seconds on the clock. Elbert County up by 2. Owens trying to make something happen. Brown, tried to shoot, lost the ball, gets it back. Passes it to Wynn, over to Morrison. Has the ball at the top of the key. Dribbling, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Got to make something go. Pass over to Wynn, 3-point, no good. Tries to get the rebound, doesn't. 22, layup, charge by Morrison. Morrison gets in front, positions himself, and gets a charge call on number 22 for Commerce, and that is 5 fouls. I take that back. I'm sorry. They just got a sub in. Thought it was 5 fouls, but Morrison, great basketball IQ by him to position his body, sacrifice for the team, and get a charge call so that Elbert County can have the ball back. Commerce at a half-court defense. 1-2-2. Brown with the ball on the wing. Pass deflected. Commerce going to come up with it, but we steal it right back. Ball on the ground. Everybody's on the ground. DK Wynn gets it, and we get a timeout. Whew. If anyone tries to talk to me over the weekend and I don't have a voice, you know why. What a basketball game here in the Inferno. As we got a timeout call, it's a full timeout, and we'll take a 30-second break. YouTube, BDNN, and 105.3 WSGC. We're back in the Inferno. DK Wynn, baseline, gets it out to Morrison, who passes it into Blue Hester, and his shot's deflected. But it'll still be Elbert County's basketball under the basket. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Elbert County leading 74-72 in overtime in the Inferno. A.J. Brown with the ball. Drives, baseline, into the lane. 5 seconds. Shot up and good! And that's an and 1 for A.J. Brown. He will go to the free throw line for another shot. I hope y'all can hear the Inferno loud and rowdy as Zero is going to come and sit on the bench, and number 1, Gerald's, is going to take his spot. That's 5 fouls for Sorrells, who has played an amazing basketball game for Commerce. A.J. Brown's free throw attempt is good. 77-72, Elbert County leading. Commerce pressuring. Gerald's is going to drive the lane and get a foul call. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2. We'll see who the foul's on. It's on Blue Hester. Coach Owens just telling him to take it easy, as Gerald's is going to set up for 2 free throw attempts. First free throw is good for Gerald's. 1 minute and 37 seconds left in this overtime as Jace Maddox is now entering the ball game for Elbert County. Second free throw attempt. Up and good. 77-74. Both teams in bonus. Any foul is going to put them on the free throw line. A.J. Brown has the basketball, passes it over to DK Wynn. Gets it to Morrison. Drives, almost loses it, keeps control, gets it to Wynn, back to Morrison. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Elbert County up by 3. Gets it to Brown in the corner. A.J. Brown working. Shot, no good. Blue with the rebound. Tries to get it off Commerce. DK Wynn gets the ball. Dribbles, and a foul. And that's going to put him at the free throw line for 2 points attempt. 1 minute and 4 seconds in this ball game. DK Wynn with a potential to extend the lead to 5. Elbert County leading 77-74. First free throw good for DK. Nick Rambert now in the game for Jace Maddox. Coach Owens trying to do an offense-defense rotation here. Is Nick Rambert. DK Wynn, second attempt, good. 79-74, Elbert County lead. 1 minute remaining in the basketball game. Ball over to Geralds, passes it to Locklear, three-point attempt up, no good. Wynn with the rebound, trying to maintain control. Gets it to Brown, who's gonna get a foul, and he's gonna go to the free throw line for 2 points, and that is 5 fouls, I believe, on Locklear. We will see in a sec. Nope, just 4. There's just 4 on him. But A.J. Brown at the free throw line with a potential to extend this lead. 2 more points. First attempt, up and good. 80-74. Elbert County leads. 47.4 seconds left in overtime. Elbert County back on defense. Nobody setting up for a rebound here as Brown misses his second. Commerce gets the rebound, drives, Gerald shoots a 3, up, no good. Blue with the rebound, but he's gonna step out of bounds. He's gonna say he was out of bounds. So Commerce is gonna have the basketball underneath the goal. 39.2 seconds as Owens runs across the court trying to get a timeout call as Commerce is also going to get a timeout. That's a full timeout for Owens. Elbert County leading this overtime game as the pep band continuing to increase the spirit here in the Inferno. Elbert County leading 80-74, 39.2 seconds. In a crazy competitive basketball game. Definitely have to control your possessions. Got to defend, get stops defensively as well as execute offensively, but you have the clock on our side in Elbert County. With a lead of 6, you can run the clock down, the shot clock down, until the last possible second and limit any opportunity for Commerce to keep it within reach. And I'm sure that's what Coach Owens is trying to tell his guys. But Commerce is going to have the ball underneath the basket. You want to get a stop here. And very important to get a stop. Commerce is going to inbound it to number 30, who's going to get it out to Mitchell. Shoots, no good. 22 for Commerce, though, rebounds and puts it back up for 2. And Commerce is going to call a timeout themselves. But we'll keep it here because it's just a 30-second timeout. And Commerce's coach going to work some players from the bench in that have fouls to give, because what you want to do when you're down in this situation is try to limit the clock from ticking down even more. And even though we're in bonus, you'd want a foul to slow this clock down even more and give yourself an attempt offensively to chip away at the lead. And I'm sure that's what Commerce's coach is trying to tell his guys here, is they're going to pick up about 3/4 of the court. 30.8 seconds left in the game. Elbert County leading by 4, 80-76. And they're actually picking up full court man here, as Jordan Morrison is going to inbound the ball. Long throw to DK Wynn. Tries to dunk, doesn't, but he still gets the foul call. It was a dangerous fall, and as DK's slow to get up, grabbing his calf. He may need to get off the air here. We'll see. No, he just got a calf cramp, but they're going to probably have to get someone in for him. And I'm going to go off the air real quick. I'm going to hand it over to Nat McCarty.
Okay, guys, we got 27 seconds left. DK Wynn's got a cramp. He's on the bench right now. They're trying to figure out if he's going to be able to come in and shoot his free throws. We're waiting to figure out what's going to happen right now so that he can come in to see if he's going to. As you see, if you're watching the BDNN YouTube, he's getting his legs stretched out right now with the one that he had the cramp with. Here's Sarah back to take you further.
Just kind of got a calf cramp, and we're trying to get it to rub out. As when he was trying to go in for a dunk late in the game, sometimes that causes a little bit of a muscle tightness to happen. Coach is there trying to work on him. But DK should go to the free throw line. Unless there's an injury, they can sub him out and get someone else to shoot free throws. DK Wynn just trying to get a dunk here in a highly energetic game, and kind of overdid it. And that happens when you get an overtime game that's up and down like this, and your muscles will get a little fatigued. Is Antonio Brown going to step in for DK here to shoot some free throws? First attempt up, and is good for Antonio Brown. And what a way to make a mark here in a highly competitive game. He's going to step up for his teammate here for DK. Second free throw for Brown is going to go up. And it's good for two. Antonio Brown up off the bench, shoots 2 free throws for his teammate DK Wynn, and he's good for 2 and extends that lead 82-76, 27.5 seconds in the half as Commerce is going to have it. Elbert County defending, drives the lane, no good. Commerce still has it, kicks it out to the wing. 3-point is good by Mitchell. 79-82. 17.7 seconds remaining in this overtime game that has gone up and down the court since it started. The energy is insane. If you're not here, I hope you're watching on YouTube or at least listening, because this ball game has maintained the energy since we started in that first quarter. 17.7 seconds remaining in the game. Elbert County leading 82-79. 3-point attempt would tie it for Commerce, and that's not what you want to allow for them to have. You definitely have to capitalize on this possession if you're Elbert County. You need to run the clock down by 2. And I'm going to hand it back over to Nat McCarty.
All right, here we go, guys. We're inbounding the ball. Foul on Commerce as we were inbounding, and we got foul shots coming up.
Yeah, Elbert County's going to go to the free throw line. Antonio Brown is going to go to the free throw line for 2. 16 seconds on the clock. As Antonio Brown is going to shoot two points. First is no good. Free throw attempt here is highly important. You want to extend the lead by 4 in a situation like this. You don't want to allow the spread to be 3 points because a 3-point attempt by Commerce would tie it. As Antonio Brown sets up for his second free throw attempt. Shot is up and is good. Elbert County leading 83-79. 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Still plenty of time. Too much for our liking here in the Inferno as Locklear picks it up, drives. Jordan Morrison bats it away. Still going to be Commerce's ball on the sideline. 12.6 seconds on the clock. Gets it into Locklear, who drives. Shoots 3. Good. Elbert County still in the lead, 83-82, as 7.3 seconds remain on the clock. Elbert County will have the ball underneath the basket. Commerce only down by 1. What a game here in the Inferno as we're having a timeout right now called. Commerce trying to get a game plan going. Elbert County needing to definitely utilize this possession here with this possible last possession. You have 7.3 seconds in the clock. No shot clock. What Elbert County needs to do is gain possession and keep it here in this overtime game. And DK Wynn is going to check back into the game. On the floor, Morrison, Caden Burton, Jace Maddox, Brown, and Wynn. Ball is into Wynn, and they're going to call a foul. To stop the clock, 6 seconds remaining. DK Wynn going to go to the free throw line for 2. DK Wynn at the free throw line. Elbert County sagging back on defense. First attempt is up and good. 84-82, Elbert County leading by 2. This free throw is highly important to maintain a 3-point lead. You want to have at least 3-point difference. As DK's second attempt is up and good. Elbert County up 85-82, 6 seconds on the clock. Morrison almost deflects the ball out of bounds, and they're going to adjust the clock. Clock ran a little bit too long, but officials are not doing anything about it. 5.2 seconds in overtime remaining. Elbert County defending Locklear full court. Tyler Turman is going to foul. That's not a bad foul. He's going to send him to the free throw line. Locklear is going to go to the free throw line for 2 free throw attempts. 2.7 seconds remaining on the clock. Elbert County leading 85-82. And what you need to do, I mean, honestly, if, in my opinion, you make one, You can miss the second one if you know your teammates are going to get it in Commerce. But Locklear is going to make his first free throw attempt, making it 85-83. And what has happened before is you can miss the second free throw, possibly get a rebound, go back out and shoot a three to possibly win the game. But Commerce is going to call a timeout here, a 30-second timeout, and he might be strategizing, see what he needs to do with this last free throw opportunity. Elbert County up by 2.7 seconds remaining in the game, and the options you have are obviously to make the free throw, but then Elbert County is going to have the ball back with 2.7 seconds. What you can do is miss it, have your teammate rebound it, and then get an easy putback attempt for three to potentially win the game, or put it back up for two to tie it again. But we'll see what Commerce's team is going to do here as Elbert County lines up Jalen Dye in for Elbert County, along with Nick, Blue Hester, AJ Brown, and DK Wynn, as the second free throw attempt by Locklear is up. Misses. Nick with the rebound, holds it. Clock runs out. Elbert County wins. Elbert County has beaten #1 Commerce here at home. What a basketball game here in the Inferno as the student section goes crazy. And Elbert County has won the ball game 85-83. What an exciting and energetic game we have had here in the Inferno. Overtime has happened, overtime here in the Inferno, as both teams shake hands. And what a needed win Elbert County was able to achieve here tonight. And folks, if you missed any part of this or you want to rewatch this game, it will be on YouTube, on BDNN, the YouTube channel, BDNN. This game will be full on YouTube if you would like to rewatch it. What a great game by our Blue Devils, and a great game by Commerce. Back and forth the entire time, goes into overtime and goes down to the last few seconds as the team is celebrating in the stands here for our guys. We'll take a little bit of a break, as I'm going to try to get Coach Owens to talk, make sure he comes talk to us after this game. I know he wants to talk to the guys, but we'll take about a 3-minute break and hopefully get back here with Coach Owens to give us a rundown on such an exciting game here in the Inferno. Let's do 3 minutes. 3 minutes. 105.3 WSGC BDNN. Sarah Fuller, we're waiting on Coach Owens. You know, he's definitely celebrating with his team, but want to give another shout out to BDNN with Mr. Nat McCarty and Ladrigas Jackson putting on a great BDNN live stream on YouTube here in the Inferno, and what a live stream game it was. Again, if you didn't catch all of it or you missed us entirely, you can go back on YouTube once this completes, and it'll be on the BDNN YouTube channel for you to watch in its entirety. This game and the girls' game will be on YouTube, the BDNN channel, and we appreciate Stan allowing us to stream this game via YouTube on the radio, as we're going to get Coach Owens up here to say a few words about this amazing, energetic game that we just witnessed. You talk about a ending home game in the regular season and a prep game as we get ready for these next two region games at Banks County and at Oglethorpe next week. But it's so much sweeter to get a home win, especially against a #1 ranked Commerce team that was very talented, very well coached, and very athletic, and our guys just were able to make it happen tonight. Coach Owens here for us. I know we're going to sleep good tonight. What a game, Coach Owens. If you want to give us a little rundown on how your guys did as you look at the stats all across the board. Great work from our guys here.
Yeah, we played pretty good tonight. Got out high, 18-11. You know, I'm going to talk about my quarters. 18-11 first quarter, lost the second quarter, lost the third quarter, came back big in the fourth, and then we were able to put it away in overtime. Completely proud of the guys. Complete team effort from the guards taking care of the ball, limiting turnovers, to the post, rebounding, making putbacks. We had a balanced game tonight. Jordan had 9.7 assists. We had DK with 12 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. AJ had 32 big points, 12 rebounds. He filled the stat sheet, 3 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks. Tootie with 3 for 4. Antonio Brown at the end of the game when DK got hurt on the dunk attempt. We subbed him in, he went 2 for 2, and then he got fouled later, made another 1 for 2. Big 3 points right there in overtime. Tyler Turman with 4 points. Blue with 13 and 8. Jason 5 points. I mean, complete team effort, complete balance. Exactly what we want to see.
Exactly, Coach. And I mean, talking about a game to finally, as a team, show what we can do collectively against a team that is well coached, very skilled team, and the chemistry amongst their players is so great. But you come into the Inferno, it's the last home game regular season, and our guys came on top, and they maintained composure overall. A highly energetic atmosphere where it could get a little crazy at times towards the end, and our guys, I was proud and impressed with our guys maintaining composure overall. If you want to.
Yes, I mean, it's been a progress. We've had games where we didn't keep our composure and it didn't turn out in our favor. Again, glad we're playing our better basketball heading into the region playoffs. We go to Banks on Tuesday, and then we got another region game with Oglethorpe on Friday. 2 more region games, tough region, nothing's easy. We're going to go up there, compete. Hopefully we get 2 more wins and go into the region tournament with a little streak going.
Yeah. Coach, how does it feel with seeing the efforts and how the guys have listened to your game plan come together in a game like this, in an overtime game where it's mattered, and just having that trust and that faith, not only in the guys that are playing, but the ones that are off the bench. You mentioned Antonio Brown coming in, not even expecting to come in at that moment in overtime, needing to make those free throws, and he came in and made those free throws, not even having any time on the court to begin with, to start with. I know that makes you feel good for your guys and a little more confident getting into these next few games.
Yes, definitely. I tell the guys all the time, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You never know when your number's called. Grab for my guys tonight. Antonio was ready when I called his number. With the 2.7 seconds, we knew they were going to intentionally miss the free throw. We got Jalen, we got the big guys in there. Jalen Dye and Danteris. Blue Hester was on the bottom. They did a great job boxing out. AJ crashed on the middle, got the rebound. I mean, we went big just for that situation, and it paid off for the guys. Like I said, Jalen didn't play all game, got in at the end, had a big box out. Antonio didn't play all game, got in the end, had big free throws. You never know when your time's going to come. Just be ready, and it's what I've always preached to the guys. They're buying in, and now they're actually ready when their time is called.
Absolutely, Coach. Well, I know me and Mr. McCarty here were all into it, and James back at the station, I heard, was yelling a few times at a few moments when he was working the board. So in this atmosphere, anything you want to say about the hometown crowd that showed up and supported us tonight?
Yes, great jobs coming in, supporting us. We couldn't have did it without the crowd. Everybody plays a factor. Crowd, bench, cheerleaders, fans, you name it, we need you. Hopefully we can get another home game for the state playoffs. We got to take care of some business in the region and in the region playoffs. But we love playing in the Inferno. we love playing in the Inferno. It's a great environment, a great atmosphere, and we tend to play our best ball in here.
Exactly. Well, Coach Owens, great win. Great win. And again, we got it on YouTube. If you ever want to watch it, thank you so much for taking the time after such a great game, energetic. 4+ quarters, 4 quarters and an overtime win for our Blue Devils. And we will send it back to the station as we all kind of recover from such a crazy night. And what a great win. Great job, guys. Great job, Commerce. Great job overall. And everybody have a safe weekend out there. This is BDNN on YouTube and 105.3 WSGC.